There are mysteries all around us, and we are fascinated by what we cannot understand. Groundbreaking finds are discovered every day, keeping our curiosity piqued and the prospect of actually knowing the world around us a foreign concept. Who were our ancestors? How did they live? Are we alone on Earth, or are there other forms of life out there? Every day, it is possible to find something new and exciting, big or small, in your own backyard or in the most extreme places on Earth. Some take us to different planets and tell us about the cosmos. Some tell us about our history and where we came from. All of them leave us eager to learn more. So today, here at Unexplained Mysteries, we'll take you on a journey through different eras and dimensions as we unpack 3 fascinating discoveries. Entrance gate to Greek Temple of Zeus, found in Turkey. A couple of centuries ago, in the early 1890s, the remnants of a 2,300-year-old Greek temple were unearthed by German archaeologist Carl Humann in the ancient Greek city of Magnesia, located in what we now refer to as the Turkish province of Aydin. It was then reburied and somewhat forgotten about until archaeologists revisited it 20 years ago and uncovered even more history in the site than we could have ever hoped for. The second excavations led to the discovery of a sanctuary, a stadium, a theatre, 80 statues and other artifacts. But most crucially, this time they also found the entrance to Zeus's sacred temple. It is currently thought that the remains of the temple and entrance gate could date back to as far as the 3rd century BC, with the ancient city of Magnesia itself dating back to the 4th century BC. Not only is it therefore an incredibly insightful find, shedding light on life several millennia ago, but the temple also has clear sacred significance. The region of Magnesia it was found in is one of the most sacred in the city, with ties first and foremost to the god Artemis and secondly to the god Zeus. Researchers have explained that traditionally in ancient Magnesia, people would worship almost in a cult-like fashion to multiple deities and not just one. And so the area in which Zeus's temple was found fits religious theories relating to the time period. Archaeologists expect 60 to 70% of the original structure to be uncovered, with further plans to restore the temple to its former glory. At its prime, the place of worship stood with majestic pillars reaching 16 feet high and a roof towering 24 feet above the ground. It truly was a magnificent place to worship. Excavations in the site as a whole are still well underway, and while it is hoped that the temple will be restored soon, it is thought that archaeologists could be at Magnesia a further 15+ years to fully uncover the nearby stadium, thought to have had a capacity for approximately 50,000 people. With so much rich culture being found in one ancient, once-forgotten city, it goes to show how much more history could be beneath new civilizations waiting to be tapped into. Regardless of how much longer digs at Magnesia continue, there is no doubt that when all is finished, the ancient city will showcase some truly impressive finds. China has tested a nuclear missile that can dodge American radars. A revolutionary innovation for technology, if not worrying for its potential consequences. China has apparently managed to make and test an orbital nuclear weapon which can evade early warning US military detection by striking from the south of the continent. The first reporting of its existence was when the fractional orbital bombardment system, known as FOBS, was tested back in August. The machinery launches like a traditional intercontinental ballistic weapon before entering a brief but stable orbit, and then finally deorbits after completing a fraction of a trip around Earth. The difference between this new Chinese FOBS and traditional weapons with the same intended use is their trajectory and orbit. Typically, a weapon coming from the geographical region of China would escape the atmosphere briefly before arcing predictably over the North Pole and towards the intended target of America. FOBS, however, escapes radar detection by staying in orbit slightly longer. In fact, it stays in orbit just long enough for it to be able to hurtle down to Earth from several different directions. With the power and precision required from strategic radar defenses, these devices are often fixed and focused in only one direction. The unpredictability of the FOB's trajectory therefore means that these weapons from China do not necessarily come from the north anymore, and instead could be from the south as well. Anti-ballistic missile defenses are only reliable when given warning of an incoming nuclear attack, so if radars are unable to sufficiently detect incoming FOBs, defense measures are rendered fairly ineffective. In short, China now potentially has the perfect weapon to carry out a surprise atomic attack on the USA. The concept of FOBs is not new. The Soviets tested similar technologies back when the US atomic device posed a serious threat to them during their hostilities. However, Chinese development of such weapons has, it seems, taken US intelligence somewhat by surprise. Nuclear weapon development will never be new. The idea that the best defense is a good offense is tried and tested, and countries do not want to be last in any global arms race. However, such advancements go to show that while man is reaching new levels of discovery in science and technology, we also have to be careful with how we apply these findings because they have increasingly powerful impacts. Giant magnetic tunnel could be covering the solar system and Earth. The most recent space study conducted by astronomers at the University of Toronto has concluded that a giant magnetic tunnel could be covering the entirety of Earth, our solar system, and even neighbouring stars in the Milky Way galaxy. A photo from the European Space Agency, released back in 2001, shows a massive black hole in the galaxy named MCG 63015, as seen through the X-ray multi-mirror mission satellite, and it is now thought that this could be related to the supposed giant magnetic tunnel. With today's technology, scientists have for the first time been able to see energy actually being extracted from the black hole, much akin to the behaviour of an electric dynamo. Since this finding, space experts think that this could suggest the existence of a giant magnetic field, after new research has connected the phenomenon to strange electromagnetic patterns around parts of the Milky Way observed back in 1960. More specifically, these structures are known as the Milky Way's North Polar Spur and the Fan region, and during the decades we have known about their existence, they have only ever been studied separately. Lead scientist Jennifer West credits the tunnel discovery to their decision to study the structures together and thereby examine their interactions. And so, it is now thought that a vast magnetized system of some sort, made of rope-like filaments, could connect the Milky Way and our own solar system. According to research reports, if the tunnel does indeed exist, it is located a staggering 350 light-years away from our own solar system, which means even further from Earth. It is also currently unclear on whether this magnetic tunnel has any kind of impact on planets within the Milky Way. With such a game-changing hypothesis being posed, already the Toronto team is now hoping to complete an even more complex and detailed model of the galactic tunnel in the future. While there is much more to discover about the possible existence of this magnetic tunnel, researchers on the case hope that further findings will help NASA and other space agencies to study the evolution of magnetic fields in other galaxies too. There is no denying that these discoveries are out of this world at the very least, and there is still so much more to learn and discover about all spheres and corners of life. But what do you make of these scary, if not interesting, discoveries? Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comment section below and help us by growing this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.